Hi guys, Ratnesh Soni this side, and आज से आज की डेट क्या होगी मेरे हिसाब से 2 फेब से मैं एक सीरीज़ स्टार्ट करने की कोशिश करूँगा। एंड ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग ये सिर्फ एक कोशिश है। मैं कोई पैशनेट नहीं हूँ इस चीज़ के लिए, बट मैं खुद के चेंज के साथ कुछ क्रिएटिव करना चाहता हूँ। दैट इज़ वाई आई एम गोइंग टू स्टार्ट द सीरीज़ with the books reading, and the first of the book which I have is the $100 Startup, uh, written by Chris Guillebeau. and यहाँ पर कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग से चैप्टर्स हैं, एंड पहला चैप्टर उसमें से है रिनेसेंस. In the chapter Renaissance, where the author talks about few things, and the 3 important points which I have taken up from there is that uh, first one is convergence. Convergence means a part. If we draw a Venn diagram of 2 circles, where one circle showing the interest of yours or passion of yours, and the second circle is showing the amount of people or the interest of people which they are about to pay, which they are willing to pay. And if we make a convergence of both the circles, then that intersection part will be the convergence, and that convergence means the interest which you are passionate about and which people are willing to pay for it. So that point means the convergence means not everything which you are passionate about people are going to pay for it. Not everything. Like if we are passionate about riding a bike, people are not going to just pay me for riding a bike. Let's say if I am passionate about anything like cleaning, maybe people are not going to pay me for the cleaning. I'm passionate about eating something, people not gonna pay me for that. Although Chris has highlighted this point, but I certainly disagree with it, because after the revolution of internet in India, and most importantly the social network, I have saw that people who are passionate about food, who are passionate about eating, they are making vlogs, and people are paying them as a watch time. And in fact I have saw many of the videos which are irrelevant completely, and in there the main character is cleaning the room, or certainly doing something which they are passionate about or which they are indulged into, and people are restlessly giving the watch time. So I think I disagree with this point of Chris. But anyways, we are here to focus on the points raised by Chris, not ours. So the first one is convergence, and the second one would be skill transformation. You may be currently working somewhere, you may be currently doing few activities which you are passionate about, like reading the book, and the reading book of the book involves certain skills like focus, like clear communication, like better language. So which the second point says that if we can transform these skills of me or yours into something we can make monetary benefit of, right? So skill transformation is the point. And third point which he is talking in the chapter Renaissance is the magic formula. The magic formula is passion of skill plus usefulness equals to success. And writer is exaggerating that he is going to use this formula throughout the book. Now repeating the formula, that is passion of skill plus usefulness equals to success. So after that I'm going to read forward the point in the chapter Renaissance. The road ahead colon what we will learn. In the quest of the freedom, we will look at the nuts and the bolts of the building a micro business through the lens of those who have done it. The basic of starting a business are very simple. You don't need an MBA, keep the $60,000 fees tuition, venture capital, or even a detailed plan. You just need a product or service, a group of people willing to pay for it, and a way to get paid. This can be broken down as follows. Point number one, product or service. That means what you sell. Second one, product, people willing to pay for it. That means your customers. And third point, a way to get paid. That means how you will exchange a product or service for money. So, author has distinctly broken down these points as what you sell, your customer, and how you will get a product or service for money. Furthermore, if you have a group of interested people but nothing to sell, you don't have a business. If you have something to sell but no one willing to buy it, you don't have a business. In both the cases, without a clear and easy way for customer to pay for what you offer, you don't have a business. Put the three together. Congratulations. You are an entrepreneur now. तीनों ही चीज़ें होनी चाहिए. These 3 points are interesting and important. First one is what you sell. Second was whom to you selling. And third one is the product or service which you are transforming into the money. You should have these 3 things in your arsenal to make money. These are the bare bones of any project. There is no need to overcomplicate things, but to look at more closely, it helps to have an offer, a combination of product or service plus the messaging that makes a case of potential buyers. The initial work can be challenging, but after the typical business gets going, you can usually take a number of steps to the ramp up sales and income. If you want to, it helps to have a strategy to building a interest and attracting attention, describing here as hustling. तो hustling point को इन्होंने explain किया है. Instead of just popping up one day with an offer, it helps to craft a launch event to get buyers excited ahead of time. We will look at each of these concepts in precise detail down to dollars and cents figures from those who have gone before. The goal is to explain what people have done that work and closely examine how it can be replicated elsewhere. क्या होता है कि कभी कभी हमारा ये मॉडल भी बड़ा काम करता है. यूएस में कुछ रिवॉल्यूशन हुआ एंड उसका इम्प्लीकेशन हमने इंडिया में कर दिया. देयर वाज अ रिवॉल्यूशन ऑफ Ola, no, not Ola. I guess that was the Uber and McDonald's, let's say. And here the revolution was replicated as Ola and let's say Burger King. So replication model is also successful. You just have to take the pattern in which the developed countries are going to get the business and you can replicate it similarly in your country. But it is not a foolproof method. Furthermore, there are no fail-proof method. In fact, failure is often the best teacher. Along the way, we will meet an artist whose studio collapsed underneath him as he stood on the roof, frantically shoveling snow. Like he was shoveling the snow and his studio collapsed. Wow. We will see an adventure travel provider recovered after hearing that the South Pacific island they were taking guests to the next morning was no longer receiving visitors. Okay. Sometimes the challenge comes from too much business instead of too little. In Chicago, we will see what happens when a business struggles under the weight of an unexpected 2,000 new customers in a single day. We will study how these and other brave entrepreneurs forged ahead and kept going, turning potential disaster into long term success. Okay. The constant theme in our study are freedom and value, but the undercurrent of both is the theme of change. From his home base in Seattle, James Kirk used to build and manage computer data centers around the country. But in an act of conviction that looks less than 6 months from idea to execution, he packed up 2006 Mustang and left Seattle for South Carolina on a mission to start an authentic coffee shop in the land of biscuits and iced tea. Once he made the decision, he says all other options were closed. There was one moment when, very early on, when I realized this is what I want to do and this is what I'm going to do. And that was that decision made. I'll figure out the rest out. As we will see, James later got serious about making a real plan, but the more important step was the decision to proceed. Ready or not, he was heading for a major change and it couldn't come soon enough. A few short months later, Jamestown Coffee opened for a business in Lexington, South Carolina. James and his new staff had worked 10 hours a day for several weeks to prepare for the opening, but it was, a ribbon to be cut, a mayor on hand to welcome the business community, and a line of customers eager to sample the wares. The day had came at last, and there was no looking back. Well done, James. Key points are here in this chapter, which you can summary. Micro businesses are not new. They have been around since the beginning of the commerce. What's changed? However, it is the ability to test, launch, and scale your project quickly on the cheap. To start a business, you need three things: a product or service, a group of people who are willing to pay for it, and a way to get paid. Everything else is completely optional. Correct. If you're good at one thing, and you're probably good at other things too. Many projects begin through a process of skill transformation in which you apply your knowledge to a related topic. Most important point is merge your passion and skill with something that is useful to others. Okay, guys, well done. We have completed one chapter, and with the tone of it, let's go. We'll meet in the second one. Thank you. This is Ratnesh, your host.